Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Shah and welcome to my YouTube channel Mathlite. In this video, we'll continue with exercise 3D from chapter Compound Interest Using Formula. So starting with question number 9. The difference between compound interest for a year payable half yearly and simple interest on a certain sum of money lent out at 10% for a year is rupees 15. Find the sum of money lent out. Now there is certain sum of money that we have to find out. Sum of money means principal. So when you don't know the principal, you assume it to be X rupees. Okay, so let's say the principal or the sum of money is X rupees. Now, the difference between compound interest for a year payable half yearly and simple interest on a certain sum of money lent out at 10% for a year is rupees 15. Now, you are calculating compound interest and simple interest on the same sum of money. Okay, so you are given the difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum of money. So that sum of money is this much at 10% for a year. So 10%, that is the rate of interest for both compound interest as well as simple interest. So R is 10% for both the cases, simple interest as well as compound interest. Difference between compound interest for a year, compound interest for a year, N is 1 year. And simple interest on a certain sum of money lent out at 10% for a year. So PRN is same for both simple interest and compound interest. Okay, now one thing, difference between compound interest for a year payable half yearly. So compound interest is calculated half yearly. When the compound interest is calculated half yearly, the formula of amount will be P into 1 plus R upon 2 into 100 raised to N into 2. You divide R by 2 and multiply N by 2. Okay, so don't forget this part, don't take that other normal formula. Okay, you have to modify the formula. So this will be the formula. Just substitute the values and you will get amount ka value. Okay, similarly compound interest also it's easy, A minus P. So whatever value you got, that minus principal, or directly you can use formula of compound interest, substitute this formula and start solving. You will get something in terms of X. Okay, R we know, N we know, but principal नहीं पता है, तो principal as it is रहेगा, rest all will be in form of numbers. Now simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. So very easy, substitute the values and again you will get something in terms of X. Okay, something X you will get. So simple interest भी मिल जाएगा. Alright. Once you get simple interest and compound interest, it's very easy. The difference between compound interest for a year payable half yearly and simple interest on a certain sum of money lent out at 10% for a year is rupees 15. Which one will be greater? Compound interest will be greater than simple interest. I've always told you, if all these three are common for both simple interest and compound interest, कौन सा ज़्यादा होगा? Compound interest हमेशा simple interest से ज़्यादा होता है. Okay, so CI is greater than SI. That is basically you will take CI minus SI. Okay, not SI minus CI. So CI minus SI is 15. Just substitute the value over here, substitute this value over here and solve. You will get the value of X. X is nothing but principal, that is the sum of money that you have to find out. Okay, so now let us write down the given in proper manner and start solving. First, let us assume the principal to be X rupees. Okay, so we'll just write down the statement. So let the sum of money lent out that is principal be equal to X rupees. Okay, now first we'll calculate simple interest because the formula is very easy. So for simple interest, first write down all the information, PR and T. Okay, so principal is X rupees, R is 10%, time period is 1 year. Okay, So SI is equal to P into R into T upon 100. So that is X into 10 into 1 upon 100. 0, 0 will get cancelled. So we get X upon 10 rupees. This is simple interest. Okay. Now we'll find compound interest. Now for compound interest, compound interest is payable half yearly. So just write that down. Compound interest payable half yearly. So you'll remember that you have to divide R by 2 and multiply N by 2. What all information do we have? Principal is X rupees, R is 10% and N is 1 year. Okay. Now CI we have to find. So CI is A minus P. You can find A first and then find CI. Okay, that way also you can do. Now A is P into 1 plus R upon 2 into 100 raised to N into 2 minus P. So read the question very, very carefully. Okay. P is X, 1 plus 10 upon 2 into 100 gives 200 and N is 1 minus X. Your 0, 0 will get cancelled. So X into 1 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 2 minus X. Take LCM over here. Okay. So CI is equal to X into 20 upon 20 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 2 minus X. So we'll get X into 20 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 2 minus X. So X into 21 upon 20 raised to 2 minus X. So 21 square is 441. 20 square is 400 into X minus X. Let's take LCM over here. Okay, we'll multiply and divide by 400 over here. Alright, so CI will be 441x upon 400 minus 400x upon 400. So that gives 441x minus 400x upon 400. So that gives 41x upon 400. So CI is 41x upon 400. We found simple interest also. Okay. Now we know that compound interest is greater than simple interest. Alright, in this case, why? Because principal, rate of interest and number of years is same for both the cases, for simple interest as well as compound interest. So compound interest will be greater than simple interest. Not always it is greater. Okay. So if the number of years differ, if the rate of interest differs, then the compound interest might be less than simple interest. Okay. So this is greater than this. We know that compound interest minus simple interest is equal to 15. Substitute the value of CI, substitute the value of SI. Okay. And now we'll get the value of X. So CI is 41x upon 400 minus SI is x upon 10 is equal to 15. Alright, we'll take LCM again. Here it is 10, here it is 400. So here we need 400. So we need to multiply by 40 in numerator as well as denominator. So 41x upon 400 and here we'll get 40x upon 400. Okay, is equal to 15. Now the denominator is same, so we can take common denominator. 41x minus 40x gives x upon 400 is equal to 15. So shifting 400, 15 into 400, 15 fours are 60 and 2 zeros. So x is 6,000. Principal is 6,000 rupees. Okay, box the answer. Don't forget rupee ka symbol and write down final statement. The sum of money lent out is rupees 6,000. Let's read the next question. Question number 10. The ages of Pramod and Rohit are 16 years and 18 years respectively. In what ratio must they invest money at 5% per annum compounded yearly so that both get the same sum on attaining the age of 25 years? There are two people, Pramod and Rohit. Okay, so let us consider all the information. Let us see how to solve and then we'll proceed with the solution. So there are two people, Pramod and Rohit. Okay, now the ages of Pramod and Rohit are 16 years and 18 years. So first one applies for the first person, second for the second. Okay, so Pramod is 16 years and Rohit is 18 years. In what ratio must they invest money? In what ratio must they invest money? That is what they are asking. Okay, so you don't have to find what sum Pramod and Rohit are investing. You just need to find the ratio in which they are investing. Okay, सिर्फ ratio of the sum of money you have to find. Okay, जो actual sum है वो नहीं find करना है. इसने कितना invest किया है, इसने कितना invest किया है. You don't need to find. You just need to find the ratio in which they are investing. Okay, that is the sum of money invested by both of them is same or not is not given over here. Okay, it can be anything. If it is same, it will be 1:1. Okay, same होगा तो let's say he invested 50,000, Rohit also invested 50,000. So if you take ratio, this 50 upon 50, that gives you 1:1. Okay, it can be anything. It can be 1:1, it can be 2:1, it can be 4:9, it can be 3:5, anything. So we need to find the ratio. Alright, so let's say the sum invested by Pramod is X rupees and sum invested by Rohit is Y rupees. Don't take same. Okay, because it is not given that the sum of money invested by both of them is same. Okay, you have to find the ratio. Alright, so let's say that Pramod invested X rupees and Rohit invested Y rupees. Okay, this is principle. In what ratio must they invest money at 5% per annum compounded yearly? So rate of interest is same in both the cases. R is same, compounded yearly, not half yearly. Okay, so normal formula. So R is 5% in both the cases, so that both get the same sum. Both are going to get same sum on attaining the age of 25 years. So I'll come to this part later. First, when both reach 25 years of age, they will get money. Okay, Pramod is currently 16. When will he turn 25? 16 plus 9 gives 25. So after 9 years, he will turn 25. So N is 9 years. After 9 years, he will turn 25 and he will get certain sum of money. He'll get certain amount. Okay. Now, for Rohit, he will turn 25 after 7 years. 18 plus 7 gives 25. So N is 7 years in this case. Okay. So we know PR and N. Over here, PR and N. Rohit will also get certain sum of money when he turns 25. Now, both get the same sum on attaining the age of 25 years. So when both reach 25, okay, Pramod will reach 25 after 9 years, Rohit after 7 years. So whenever they turn 25, they are going to get the same sum of money. Okay, so whatever amount is received by Pramod, that same sum will be received by Rohit. That is, the amount in case of Pramod is equal to the amount in case of Rohit. Okay, now amount is basically P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Same thing over here. Alright, substitute the values, you will get something in terms of X because P is unknown. Okay, X है. यहाँ पे something in terms of Y. P is Y. Now it's very easy. just shift x and y on one side and the numbers on the other side, and you will get the ratio in which they must invest the sum of money. Okay, so दोनों का sum का ratio मिल जाएगा. Okay, so it's very easy. You just need to sort the information and understand. Okay, so now let us write down the given in proper manner and start solving. We'll calculate the amounts in both the cases separately. Okay, so first we'll consider the case of Pramod. So let's say the sum of money invested by Pramod is X rupees. So just write down the statement, let the sum of money invested by Pramod be rupees X. Now he will turn 25 after 9 years because he is 16 years now. Okay, Pramod ka age is 16 years. So just write down Pramod will turn 25 years after 9 years. Okay, so therefore N is 9 years in this case. All right, and principal is X rupees. Rate of interest is same in both the cases. So now write down all the given information. So for Pramod, principal is X rupees, R is 5%, N is 9 years. Okay, we need to find amount AP. So it will be P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substitute the values now. So X into 1 plus R is 5 upon 100 raised to N is 9. 5 ones are 5 20s are. So we get X into 1 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 9. We'll take LCM, solve the brackets first. So AP is equal to X into 20 upon 20 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 9. So X into 21 upon 20 raised to 9. Alright. So this is the amount received by Pramod. Okay. So just mark this as 1. Alright. Now we need to find the amount received by Rohit. Alright. Now same thing in case of Rohit. Let the sum of money invested by Rohit be rupees Y. Okay, so principal is rupees Y. Now the number of years is not directly given, so we need to write that down. Okay, so when will Rohit turn 25? He is currently 18. So 18 plus 7 will give you 25. So just write down Rohit will turn 25 years old after 7 years. So therefore N is equal to 7 years. Rate of interest is same in both the cases, it is 5%. Okay. So now let us find the amount received by Rohit when he turns 25. So for Rohit, principal is Y, R is 5%, N is 7 years. Now AR is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Okay, so Y into 1 plus R is 5 upon 100 raised to N is 7. 5 ones are 5 20s are. So we get Y into 1 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 7. Let's take LCM and solve the bracket first. Okay. So AR is equal to Y into 20 upon 20 plus 1 upon 20 raised to 7. So we get Y into 21 upon 20 raised to 7. Okay. So AR is equal to this, mark this as 2. Now we know that both get the same sum on attaining the age of 25 years. So this is the sum received by Rohit when he turns 25. Okay, AR is the sum received by Rohit. AP is the sum received by Pramod when he turns 25. Okay, so just write down amount received by Pramod when he turns 25 is equal to amount received by Rohit when he turns 25. What is the amount received by Pramod when he turns 25? AP. What is this? AR. Okay, now AP is nothing but x into 21 upon 20 raised to 9. Okay, we had got that from equation 1, and AR is equal to this. So from 1 and 2, just substitute the values of AP and AR. From 1 and 2, just write down the values. From 1 we had got AP is equal to x into 21 upon 20 raised to 9, and AR here we have y into 21 upon 20 raised to 7. Now we need to find in what ratio they invest money. Okay, the money invested by Pramod is x, the money invested by Rohit is y. So bring x and y on one side and the numbers on the other side. Okay, so you'll easily get the ratio. So shifting y on the other side, it will go in denominator. So x upon y, that is basically the sum invested by Pramod upon sum invested by Rohit, uska ratio mil jayega. Okay, so now let us shift the numbers and the variables. Now we have this, and we have to shift y on the other side. Okay, we need ratio of the sum. So x will remain as it is, this will go in denominator, this will remain as it is, and when you shift this number on the other side, reciprocal ho jayega. So denominator will go in numerator and numerator will go in denominator. Okay, now just divide the power, so you can write it like this: 21 raised to 7 upon 20 raised to 7 into 20 raised to 9 upon 21 raised to 9. Now there is 21 raised to 7 divided by 21 raised to 9. So 7 21s will get cancelled, and how many 21 will remain? यहाँ पे तो nothing will remain, 1 will remain. Okay, and यहाँ पे 21 raised to 2, 2 21s will remain. So यहाँ पे we'll get 1, and यहाँ पे 21 raised to 2. 20s and 20 raised to 7 है, 20 raised to 9 है. So all the 20s will get cancelled over here, and यहाँ पे what we will get? 20 raised to 2. Only 2 20s will remain, rest 7 will get cancelled. Okay, so what we are getting? 20 raised to 2 upon 21 raised to 2 is equal to x upon y. Okay, so 20 raised to 2 is nothing but 400, 21 raised to 2 is 441. So x is the sum of money invested by Pramod and y is the sum of money invested by Rohit. So x upon y is the ratio of the sum of money which we had to find. So in what ratio they are investing, that is what we had to find. So just write down the ratio in which Pramod and Rohit, first you will write Pramod and then Rohit. Okay, so the ratio in which Pramod and Rohit invest their sum of money is equal to 400 is to 441. Okay, so box the answer. Alright, and there is no unit over here. Ratio का कोई unit नहीं होता है because you are comparing same quantities. Okay, so always keep in mind there is no unit when they have asked for ratio.